I'm speaking to Julie Waddell, a specialist teacher in our student services team that supports the work of Gerara, which is our organisation for supporting Indigenous students in our schools. Welcome.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you for having me.
What are you going to be doing in NAIDOC Week?
Well, we have quite a number of very exciting things to do this year, Greg. 2 events coming up this week in particular. We have one at AKC where we are bringing a lot of our partners who support our students through the Marama Indigenous Council, and we have Holy Family on Friday and St Joseph's on Friday, where our team will be split between 2 schools, running lots of fun events to build cultural awareness, competency, and just celebrate NAIDOC Week.
Right.
With families.
So that cultural awareness, you think our schools are not...
Oh no, by no means. It's just about building capacity, because our cultural awareness should be on a daily basis, not just one event during the year. So this is basically our springboard for the next 12 months. So building an awareness, but also engaging all of the students in some really wonderful activities led by community leaders that we work with.
Do you think it gives us time just to stop and really focus on this issue?
Definitely.
And then make it a 51-week
yes.
program? Yeah.
I believe that's really true, because, especially with this year's theme, Because of Her We Can, so it's all about celebrating those inspirational, not just Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander women, all women who inspire us to achieve great things, and it's very beneficial for the kids to know what the theme is all about.
What fills your time in our schools?
We're very busy at the moment, so we have 4 key projects. The first one is the personalised learning plans. So we have 781 students in the diocese who identify, and our directive for this year is to complete a personalised learning plan for every one of those students. To date, we've hit 27 schools, and what we do is we gather the data from these PLPs, and then we engage with our other teams within CDP to put in the best possible support for our students. We also have the Marama Indigenous Youth Summit coming up in November, but leading into that we have some amazing youth in our schools where our staff are working closely to build their leadership capacity. And what these staff and students are doing is that they develop the skills in the areas of culture that they would like to share, and then we go out into primary schools, and that leads us into the cultural incursions. So we've attended 12 schools and run workshops from kindergarten to year 6 on arts, songlines, dreamings, dance, some wonderful games, and it's all linked back to the curriculum.
You speak with a degree of passion about what you do. What's your story, very briefly?
Okay, my story is that my heritage is Kamilaroi. My brother was the CEO of Aboriginal Legal Rights in Adelaide, and advocated at the United Nations twice on the plight of Indigenous people. Related to the Maralinga case. I grew up at Cape Banks, and I love what I do. I've worked in schools, primary schools, for 20 odd years. I worked in TAFE, the university, as an academic advisor, and in a women's prison, teaching Aboriginal women to read and write.
And what did you learn through that experience?
It was actually a very amazing experience. One of the key things I took from that is a lady who had been incarcerated from the age of 15 on and off, and she was now 67. And I was able to help her develop her skills in literacy, and she said to me, "Aunt, if only I had somebody like you in school. You need to get back into schools and capture those kids who might be at risk to end up where I am." And needless to say, I returned back to education.
A powerful message. If you had the opportunity to take complete control and set the agenda, what sort of things would you say we must do?
We must build resilience within our students and give them a voice so that they can ask for help when they need it. That's a big issue with our students, because they often feel shamed, but we need to build their self-esteem and to say it's okay, but also bring community and the family together and develop that trust. That's a big thing, not just in our system but in all systems. Trust within a system from a historical perspective is quite difficult, and we take baby steps, but it's a sense of community.
We're lucky to have you working with us, Julie. Thank you so much for sharing what you do and your passion for what you do.
Thank you, Greg. I really appreciate your time.
And happy NAIDOC Week.
Oh, thank you. We're very excited.